Welcome to St. Reatham's. Enter and follow me. As a specializer in politics, St. Reatham's offers a wide variety of famous politicians. To the left, you'll see Winston Churchill planning his victory speech.
Fuck you, Hitler.
And sitting on the right is, of course, Lloyd George writing his memoirs with his feet.
I won the war. I won the war.
Right this way to where the St. Reatham's podcast takes place. Before I let you enter, it is customary that I perform a little ditty which goes like this. The podcast of St. Reatham's, the podcast of St. Reatham's, St. Reatham's, St. Reatham's podcast. Ah, just in time for Labour leadership hustings.
This is a party political broadcast on behalf of the Labour Party.
In 1986, Thaddeus Lovejoy scammed a pair of miniature porcelain Yorkshire Terriers from an antiques fair in Little Poddington-on-Dribble. He was literally framed and indicted by his former sidekick, wheeler-dealer Bill Hughes-alike, Tink, for this crime he probably committed. He promptly escaped his captivity in Chessington Worldwood Adventures to the Bourton-on-the-Water Underground. Today still wanted by Granada Television to do a Maxwell House advert, he survives as Ian McShane. If you have a problem, if literally no one else can help, and if you have a landline with a rotary dial, maybe you will vote Lovejoy, /Ian McShane. Vote Lovejoy, /Ian McShane, for Labour Party leader. And here he is now to tell us about his policies.
Sleazy. Volvo? Oh, God, no. So we spent the entire series trying to find a way to kill it, which I think it was kind of nice. A bit dodgy, but he's on the side of the angels. And there's a deep love there. You don't know whether it's hoi polloi, middle class, commoner. So obviously we put him in prison. He'd been away for a crime he did not commit, obviously. 5 years. I mean, I think 5 years is a good round number.
You're listening to the St. Reatham's podcast.
So here we are. We're sitting on the sofas.
Let the magic begin.
So this is.
Let the gold come out of nowhere.
Should we pretend like we haven't already greeted each other?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. All right.
Hi, Mark.
Hi, Phil. Hi, Phil. Nice to see you.
Yeah, you too. Nice to see you. I can see you now.
Oh, is that Phil and Mark?
Yeah. Oh,
God,
is that Ed?
Yeah.
Oh,
hello, Ed.
Oh God, yeah.
I just happened to sit on the same sofa with you guys.
Yeah.
That's
Put on these
interesting.
headphones and I turn around and then.
The odds are one in some.
Oh, I can't
Yeah.
believe it. Oh, that's incredible.
Yeah.
So, what are you guys? What are you
Well,
up to?
we were just, as you came in, you interrupted us talking about the austerity march yesterday.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, I
right.
didn't go because I wanted to save on the tube fare.
The austerity march. That's like it. Yeah, that's true.
Very much, yeah.
True.
Did you go, Ed?
No, I think I didn't. I didn't go because, like a 1980s banker, I stayed up taking cocaine, and therefore I couldn't go because I had the banker's headache the next day. So that's actually why.
Did you have champagne as well?
We had prosecco.
Prosecco.
Yes,
Times are hard, aren't they?
yeah, they really are.
The austerity
Prosecco,
is
Well,
so
socialist.
cutbacks have to be made.
Yeah.
It's not quite Carver territory yet. I'm a prosecco communist. How about you, Mark? Did you go?
I didn't go.
not?
I would have liked to. I would have liked to have gone, but I was busy at a hard-working small business enterprise.
Oh,
which I'm now
so you're
involved
the
in.
wealth creator.
So exactly, as a stimulator of the economy, I couldn't spare my time to go on the austerity march,
Wow.
even though I thoroughly agree with its principles. Of course,
Well,
I'm a hardworking.
You could have offset the travel costs against tax.
I could have definitely, I could have expensed them, but it's just.
It's quite interesting though. There was a whole, because there's always a backlash against these sort of things, and there's like on Twitter there's a big thing. There was this guy who got huge retweets for showing a picture of two marchers, and they happened to be teenage girls, and they were wearing like Nike Air Maxes, and they had like iPhones out. And his point was saying, oh, what, marching for austerity while you're enjoying the fruits of capitalism, left-wing idiot, like that. And it's just brilliant. They're like, well, that's it, that's good, that's negated the whole thing then. Well done. You've just completely destroyed the cause.
With one pinprick.
And one nice little observation, one royal, you've just upset the apple cart.
It's like when they were saying also, it's Russell Brand and Charlotte Church, who has a combined fortune of 20 million.
Yeah,
and
are
IQ
therefore
invalid.
yes. They're not allowed to think things because their bank balance has gone a certain
I
amount.
wonder what is the threshold where you're allowed to think, like what bits does it have to click over, like a thinker thermostat?
Yeah.
If it goes below £1 million, in your bank, then that's when you're allowed to say...
You're allowed to empathise with the poor.
Yeah, exactly.
This doesn't make any sense.
It's like you've never seen the Daily Mail saying, like, the Queen, with an estimated worth of 7 billion, went to visit school children. Like, those two things can't go together. I was waiting for Russell Brand to be assassinated when he did a speech.
Well, you know...
It's going to happen at some
Did
point,
he stand up and do a speech during the anti-austerity thing? Was he still apologising for backing Ed Miliband and caving?
Yeah, he blamed himself for causing the Tories to win.
He's like
nothing dents that ego, does it? No, it was all me actually. It was all my crap attempt
it's
to
just
back
David
Ed Miliband.
Hasselhoff on the Berlin Wall all over again, isn't it?
Yeah, basically.
It's incredible.
Yeah, but the Hoff, I mean, he was instrumental in the collapse of the Berlin Wall. Everyone knows
Those
that.
vibrations really assisted
exactly.
with the demolition expert. Yeah.
And also, he just spoke into his wristwatch, and then a intelligent car fired a
Launched
sonic beam. He just pressed the turbo boost thing. Turbo boost through the Berlin Wall.
Okay, buddy, try and get me on top of that wall.
Yeah.
Then I can take out world communism. Boom. Okay, Michael.
The podcast of St. Reatham, the podcast of St. Reatham, St. Reatham's podcast.
You did mention the Queen. Is that anything to do with Magna Carta? Was that?
That was an effortless segue. Yeah.
Well, I was going to say about the rights, about controlling the rights.
I was thinking about things that would be rights, and if we rewrote the Magna Carta for today. And I've put down number 1: every person has the right to troll and be trolled, which I think is everybody's right as a citizen of the interweb computer. I said that everyone has the right to express their views online, except if they're a Dinlow.
Yeah.
And I think with those two added, I think we can...
Two, that's a balance of powers
between
those two.
Because they basically cover each other.
Yeah, exactly. One can always be used against the other.
Yeah, exactly.
Thus,
So in
keeping
equilibrium.
solicitors
Can I, as a legal
As a legal
point, Your Honour, my learned friend, could you define Dinlow for me, please?
But yeah, not everyone came from the South Gloucestershire area.
That's right.
So.
Well, Dinlow is anyone who's a Gilly Farbar.
A Gilly Farbar, that's right. Okay, that's cool. So it's sort of like a genus. Like you have like animal, and then above that there's species, and then there's type. So the genus is Gilly Farbar, and then the
taxonomic branch.
Yeah, the species of Bellend. Where does that come into it?
Oh, well,
No. Bellend's much more knobby.
Okay.
A Dinlow's much more sort of.
I mean, well, the thing is that Bellends are still extant. Whereas Dinlows have technically been extinct.
Yes, but if all Dinlows are
years.
Bellends and all Bellends are Gilly Farbars, does that mean that all Gilly Farbars are Dins?
No, well, Bellends and Dinlows are cousins on the evolutionary tree. They're not descended from each other.
Yeah.
Like the common ancestor of both is Gilly Farbars.
No, the common ancestor of both is.
Are you saying every Dinlow's a Gilly Farbar?
Yeah, exactly.
By definition, yes.
I thought it was Sir John Gilly Farbar Dinlow. I thought he was the founder of the dynasty. And then since then, it's sort of like Game of Thrones with insults.
Gilly Farbar Dinlowism.
Yeah, quite.
When he wrote on the origin of Gilly Farbars back in, it's been 100 years.
That's right. That's right. He
Charles
got on the
Dinlow.
ship, the Flying Twats. That's right.
Yeah, exactly. He discovered
the big breezy shithead. Yeah.
Discovered the grebo in Madagascar.
The grebo, the lesser spotted grebo.
You're listening to the St. Reatham's podcast. Time now for an advertisement break. New from Anestetech, the ScrougeBot 300. The ScrougeBot 300 is the first fully automated, fully sentient, but critically non-self-aware machine who will sleep on your sofa, borrow your money, and emotionally blackmail you using the new Moochmatic inbuilt chip, carrying the latest in Blag Tech innovation, giving your ScrougeBot access to a catalogue of the most effective excuses.
Dave, I will definitely get that £20 back to you next Friday, yeah? But you know I said Friday, but something's come up, yeah? My gran needs an operation doing and she needs the mini cab fare. You're definitely first on the list when this business deal comes good. But I've got a red hot tip for this nag. Dead cert, mate. End of the month at the latest. Seriously, these guys said they'll hurt me if I don't get them too large by Thursday week. Seriously, Dave, you're my only friend.
He'll move into your house. He'll empty your fridge. He'll wear your clothes, sell your furniture, and upset your girlfriend.
I want him out of here.
But babes, he's a mate. What can I do?
But Dave, he looks at me when I come out of the shower.
Female humanoids, mate. Who needs them, yeah? Us, male humanoids / artificial intelligence androids should stick together.
He can't be reasoned with. He can't be bargained with. He absolutely will not stop until you move out of your house and sign the deeds over to him.
Dyson is directly responsible for Judgment Day.
Any excuse to get out of vacuuming.
The Scroungebot 300.
I need the keys to your flat, the whereabouts of your cereal, and proof of address in the form of a utility bill or bank statement.
Its liquid metal hand allows it to reach into your back pocket.
I now know why you humans pay rent, but it's something I can never do.
Scroungebot, available from Cyberdyne Systems, JMO, and World of Leather Banbury.
I'll be back to borrow money.
This is a party political broadcast on behalf of the Labour Party.
As the next Labour candidate, I'd suggest Jabba the Hutt. Now, Jabba's had a 600-year career, very successful career, in crime on the desert planet of Tatooine. So in many respects, he would be brilliant in the bleak, post-cut landscape of Britain. There's many things that why Jabba is better than any other Labour leader. He can eat a frog better than Ed Miliband can eat a sandwich. What more do you want? And if anyone comes calling with difficult questions like, Jabba, why, for example, have you had so many corruption allegations? Well, he's got a pit underneath. He just presses the button, says something like, and then he's got a Zarlak in there, which is absolutely brilliant. Sort of like Anne Widdecombe, but, you know, with a bit of makeup on. Anyway, the other thing is, obviously, Jabba he knows what he's doing in the political landscape, being the same species as Rupert Murdoch. And also, he's got a brilliant, lovely sense of humour. Sometimes we might think of Jabba as cruel and somehow officious and not really. But you hear that golden laughter of his where he goes, and everyone else gets, and you think, do you know what? That's a guy I could go to a Mos Eisley cantina with and have a jar of Binks. They wanna wonga, indeed.
You're listening to the St. Reatham's podcast.
Interesting thing about the old Magna Carta, what I just read just now.
Yep, you just read me.
I just read the name wrong as well. I didn't have time to read M's at the beginning. Apparently it wasn't, because obviously it doesn't mention democracy in it, but it doesn't guarantee the right of any people. It only guarantees the rights of God, which is amazing, because it's saying that liberty is given to God. And so the reason they gave a present to God is you can't take a present back. You know, like with God, you can't give him a voucher. Or you can't give him a receipt. You can't take the present back.
You can't give God a voucher or a receipt.
I think you can give him a voucher. I think you can. But I'm not, theologically, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Like a sort of gift voucher?
Yeah, like a gift voucher.
So he can bring it back after 3 days. If
Yeah.
It's not,
Or you can swap it for something he likes.
Yeah.
But he can never turn it into hard cash.
No, I don't think God can do that. I
So
think-
basically, on the third day, he traded it in for some gift vouchers.
Absolutely. Yeah.
In accordance with the receipt.
He's signed up to voucher. I mean, the problem with God is he's not very tech savvy. You know, like you should see if you go into the computers in heaven, you just get loads of pop-ups constantly. He's like, I just don't know, what's going on.
They're still running Windows 98.
They are still running.
Yeah.
Do you know what? It takes ages to upgrade anything around that. It's freaking ridiculous. IT
It's like-
support is very poor.
Just God, install
Especially-
AdBlock.
No, it's
God's sake,
well,
literally for God's sake.
I think the reason is there's not many dead IT people yet, of this generation. So he's having to wait for the good stuff.
Wait for exactly.
He's still on his BBC Micro. It's he's got Chucky Egg. He's, the guy's an idiot. I was born on Runnymede. I was born.
It was James Bonner lived on Runnymede. Never mind. I said James Bonner lived on Runnymede. It was one of those crap new housing estates in Cheltenham.
I don't think that's where they. I don't think that's where they signed the Magna Carta in a Bovis home. I don't think that was it's got some nice 12th century faux touches, right? It's got like a window that's a bit smaller.
There was a little wooden bridge over a stream, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, of course there was. That's where he pissed. And left a stick. So yeah, King John. It's all about King John, yeah?
And his barons.
And his barons, that's right.
Yeah.
Is that the one from Maid Marian and the Merry Men?
Yeah, it is.
That's right. Well, don't you carry on with what you're doing and make heroes out of merry men. You've got to find a way to make a special day. Oh, Marion. There we go.
I'll put a beat behind it.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Sample it.
Yeah, that's it. That's a number one hit. Yeah, exactly. Get dubstep things that no one uses anymore, which is all of dubstep. It's amazing. Just like there's a whole bank of songs you can now steal because no one cares about dubstep.
The people have given up on dubstep, haven't they? Yeah.
I don't even. Can someone explain what dubstep is?
It's
I don't
like,
even know what it is.
yeah, well,
I hear people mention it on. The internet.
Ed's quite right. 'cause,
I heard people mention it 8 years ago, bruv.
Yeah.
Right. It's not this, by the way.
AdBlock. You're worse than God.
No, but it's YouTube.
Yeah,
AdBlock.
Oh, right. I am worse than God.
You're ragging on
You're
God.
seriously behind the times.
I really am. See? It's all this shit. Nightmare, isn't it?
I think dubstep was invented by the episode of Cake.
Yeah.
In what's it called? It's Brass Eye.
Oh yeah.
I think
That little thing, smashing my brother face in, or whatever it was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this sounds like this only lasts for a second. To a man on Cake.
Yeah, that's it. It's just what you do is you get the bass, connect it all up to like the hyper Mega Drive thingy, and then just press a key. And it goes, like a huge alien vomiting everywhere, and people are like, and that's just they fill a whole album with that.
Stop that.
And everyone will go, oh, they make bass face, so they go.
If you didn't, you don't know what Ed's face looked like when he was doing bass face. It's a bit like
We'll be posting a picture along with the podcast.
We will, yeah. We'll be posting a picture. Yeah, it looks like somebody is doing a poo on cake.
www.grebo/baseface.
.html.
I'm a bit sensitive about the word grebo because everyone used to call me a grebo.
Because you're a grebo. QED, mate. QE fucking D, bro.
Qued, mate. Qued.
What exactly was a grebo? Because being described as one, it was always.
It means you had the chain going from there to there.
I did. Well, it's handy for keeping my keys on.
You
can still reach the door without having to, sort of like risk losing them.
Yeah.
You could just let them drop.
But you accidentally entered like a fringe fraternity.
Yeah,
just through being
you
practical.
unwittingly entered the brothers.
It's not happened again. It was a one-off.
Joining me on Question Time, live from Barking and Dagenham for this election special tonight, John Crudas of the Labour Party.
Hello.
Terry Justice of the Conservatives.
Good evening.
Heather Flimsy of the Lib Dems.
Hello.
Nick Griffin of the BNP.
I extend a hello to all sons of Adam and daughters of Eve.
And Mantar Gondach of the Clinflagian Alliance Invasion Party. Our first question comes from Margaret Balzac.
I would like to ask all the candidates what they is going to do with integration because there's loads of them coming in barking and jumping on the housing or something.
John Crudas.
Well, Margaret, I was talking to a lot of people like Margaret about matters that would matter to Margaret, and I very much agree that Margaret would very much like to see things discussed that matter for Margaret. In fact, I heard similar concerns from somebody named Margaret on an episode of Question Time just 15 seconds ago. So it's an issue this government will and is in the process of tackling going forward.
And let's put that question to the Liberals, Heather Flimsy.
Why can't I answer the question?
Ah, hell no!
And obviously we'd like to give the hard-working people a chance, so maybe we could give them a back rub and a gift basket when they arrive. And can't we all just get along?
And finally, Mantar Gondark of the Clinflagian Alliance Invasion Party.
Crush all humans, kill, bleed, enslave, build ein mighty temple unto Lord Krach, land the inflation fleet and extinguish humanity.
And what do you think of the statements, Mrs. Balzac?
Oh, well, I like that last young man. Firm but fair. None of that PC rubbish.
And in a surprising turn of events, Mantar Gondark of the Clinflagian Alliance Invasion Party won by a landslide. He joins me now, Mantar Gondark, MP for Barking and Dagenham. How did you do it?
We caused a landslide which buried all opposition.
Now, some critics have pointed out that your manifesto really hasn't tried to tackle unemployment or budgetary problems. How do you respond to that?
Enslave humanity for the glory of Lord Krach.
And is that a measure that will reduce carbon emissions?
Actually, yes.
Thank you, Mantar Gondark. Now, we ask a local what they think of their new parliamentary representative and the policies so far implemented. Mrs. Balzac, what's your verdict?
Well, so far we have been enslaved by the Clinflagian Alliance and forced to spend 20 hours a day building mighty temples unto their galactic deity. Working conditions are terrible and many have died from starvation, overwork and our alien overlord's implacable cruelty.
So far, not so positive.
Well, I must say that since becoming a borough of hellish slavery, immigration has reduced to a trickle, so I'm all for it.
You're listening to the St. Reatham's podcast.
We got a bit more news. If we're done with
whatever the Magna Carta wasn't.
Whatever the Magna Carta wasn't. The return of Crystal Maze. So I was originally excited,
like
then I saw what it was, and I was like, it's some kind of cheap.
Richard O'Brien's in it, isn't he?
Yeah, well, he's probably not up to much these days, is he?
Yes, he's a national treasure.
Of Cheltenham,
Exactly.
no less. Of Cheltenham.
Is he? Is that where he
Yeah,
is?
he's from Cheltenham.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
Richard O'Brien.
I didn't know about ad blocker. Didn't know that Richard O'Brien was from Cheltenham. These are the top 3 information you need in
Yeah,
your
you
life.
really are worse than God.
I really am worse than God.
I thought it was coming back to TV or something, and it's
Yeah, I
just
thought
like
it was.
it's just a crowdfunding project.
Oh, really?
Oh, nothing's actually happened. Someone's just set up a page on the internet and
Yeah.
said, we're going to bring back the Crystal Maze.
Yeah, but
But
we
you can
want
sign up as a
180 grand or
contestant.
whatever.
This is
Yeah.
insane.
Yeah.
And they haven't even talked to Richard O'Brien yet.
Exactly. They just put it up. They've done the build it and Richard will come.
I think that Richard O'Brien and Ed Tudor-Pole, they're all currently in they've been kept in a small room for 20 years, just trying
By
to solve
Challenge TV.
that one puzzle, and none of them can come out yet. And if they do get the crystal and come out, then they find themselves within another. So it's like a Russian doll Inception style thing.
Inception style.
And you
Crystal
said it's like
Maze.
the last person to go insane wins, and that's what they're in now.
Yeah, that,
Called
I'd like
Crystal Brain.
a Royal Rumble of Ed Tudor-Pole, Richard O'Brien, and then the 2 presenters. Who were the 2 presenters of Robot Wars?
Craig Charles.
AWOOGA.
And
And
no, was it?
No,
Yeah, he
Did
did
Chris
it.
Akabusi do?
no,
Robot Wars?
he didn't do. I mean,
I'm pretty sure he
obviously it would have been.
Didn't Craig Charles say awooga?
Yeah, he did.
Did he?
Yeah, he did. You got this confusion. Phil has a thing like some people can't see colour. You never think that he said awooga. He always thinks that awooga is either Dave Benson Phillips or Chris Akabusi.
Yeah.
But it's not. It's awooga was definitely a Craig Charles thing.
It was definitely a Craig Charles thing.
What did Chris Akabusi say?
Wow, blah, blah, blah.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
Yeah, what did Chris Akabusi say? I bet there's a Tumblr page called "What did Chris Akabusi say?"
Put Chris Akabusi, gladiators, and hear him say awooga.
He never said awooga. So
I swear he did.
And if he did, he was ripping off Craig Charles.
But he was 10 years before.
I think he went,
machine.
oh, why? Quite a lot. Oh, why?
I swear he went awooga. Can you get it on YouTube, please?
I'm getting it. That's amazing. I think that's the best thing I'll see today now.
Listen, mate, Akabusi and Larson Day, I don't know a clue about MySpace, clue about Facebook. Akabusi never ever said awooga.
Akabusi never said awooga.
He's him saying it.
That's him saying,
He
I
never said awooga. So it's a common misconception.
You picked up a meme. You picked up a misguided meme.
I swear he said awooga.
No, Chris Akabusi never said awooga.
But hang on, but
let's
we've
get
not.
Craig Charles up saying awooga.
Yeah.
I'm not denying necessarily that Craig Charles said awooga. But what about in Gladiators?
He never said awooga.
Robot Wars, same thing. Lots of people round a pit shouting.
Yeah, but some of those people are made of electronic parts.
Oh no, this is that terrible. You had that virtual reality show he used to present, the Cyber Zone.
What, Craig Charles?
Yeah.
Salute, Cybernauts. Pass through these gates with me, and together we will cross the reality gates.
He's like a future Jeremy Clarkson, isn't he? He's like...
The world is whose own model, and the cyber zone awaits you.
There, but take the world with pennies, more.
Into my world,
I'm a poor man's Patrick Moore.
So true.
That was awful.
Oh dear, Jesus.
That was bloody
I know. God.
I found someone on Gladiators saying awooga. It's John Fashanu.
Who's saying awooga?
John Fashanu.
John Fashanu.
John Fashanu. That's John Fashanu.
Everyone's saying awooga, so it's an interchangeable.
Yeah.
So he says awooga as well.
Oh God. All right. Yeah. So Steuben might be.
He is racist.
I was just confusing one black guy for another black guy.
Awooga! Awooga!
So I wasn't wrong. I was just racist.
You were racist. No, of course.
Can I just quickly say,
John Bon Jovi apparently.
well, he
Who coined the
it.
phrase awooga?
How?
And
It's
then,
not.
I know Chris Akabusi uses it frequently, and that annoys Chris Akabusi because he says, I never use it, I've never said it.
Apart from when he said, "I've never said awooga."
Exactly, that's one.
Foiled.
That's one. Created and first used by the Awooga brothers, Fash the Bash, Chris Akabusi, and Craig Charles. They're all linking.
Yeah, but if
The Awooga
Chris Akabusi says he wasn't in on it, then it must just be
The Awooga
Fashion
brothers.
They must have some kind of like awooga clique.
Yeah.
So they,
This was ISIS of the time. The Awooga brothers.
I bet it must.
going on?
If you go to like the Awooga like clan, it's like I'd White Shirt or something. They're just like got these weird rituals. They go Awooga, start cutting each other.
You're listening to the St. Reatham's podcast.
Hiya, how are you doing?
Okay, I guess.
That's cool, I can relate to that. What bands do you like?
I don't know. All kinds.
All kinds are my favourite too. Hey, want to join the Church of Scientology?
Well, to be honest, I've heard about some like weird stuff on the internet.
Perfect. You don't want to believe everything you hear on the internet, not unless it's on Scientology.org. They don't let us look at the other sites.
Have you seen the documentary Going Clear?
Yes, no. It's been scientologically proven that watching that documentary melts your face off. Don't listen to the lies and smears of a few embittered ex-Scientologists, an award-winning journalist and a respected international broadcaster. let me tell you what it's really all about. I'll give you the Scientolo gist. Insert humour. Our leader, L. Ron Hubbard, wrote some tech proven to help you do everything better.
Well, that sounds like it might be useful.
So you see, there's nothing weird about it at all. Study the tech, take the classes, then undergo auditing, which helps you identify obstacles to life success and then eliminate them by exercising the souls of space aliens trapped in your body by evil intergalactic overlord Xenu. So if you'd just like to sign this 1 billion year contract and give me your PIN number...
I don't think so.
Would you like to join the Conservative Party?
I'm gone.
Okay, bye then.
Maybe I shouldn't mention the Conservatives. Seems to creep people out.
Well, thank you for visiting us at the St. Reatham's Academy of Politics and obscure 1990s game shows. As is traditional on the way out, I'll just sing the ditty, which I'm sure you remember goes like this. The podcast of St. Reatham's, the podcast of St. Reatham, St. Reatham, St. Reatham's podcast.